What's going on, everybody? This is Coach Terrence Wood. We are in the locker room, and we are excited that you have decided to join us tonight because we've got a show like none other. For those that are joining us for the very first time, this is the show where we speak the truth as far as what's going on in the football industry. We talk college, we talk pro, we talk high school, junior college. It doesn't matter. If it matters to you, it matters to us in the locker room. Former players here, and I got my trusted co-host with me, none other than the guru himself. What's going on, Playboy?
What's going on, Coach? We got
Nothing
a we
much,
got a good
man.
one for y'all tonight, man.
Yeah, we got a good one for you guys tonight. I ain't got my normal technology popping off because my computer crashed on me trying to watch a little bit of the draft, and I guess my computer wasn't happy with the draft. Q.
Too much Halo. That's
Too
what
much
happened.
Halo.
Well, you man, yeah, you on too much Call of Duty. That's what you get.
That's my 14-year-old sneaking on my computer. So if you want to donate to Coach Wood's computer fund, feel free at the end of the show.
We got to get Coach a Best Buy gift card, y'all.
There you go.
Like the button, and then we got to get Coach a Best Buy gift card. Coach need a new laptop. Let's do it.
There you go. So, hey, we are about to get after it, you guys, and excited because the industry Q always brings us great content, brings us new topics, and it's definitely going down. And the first one that we're starting with, as you guys see on the ticker, is the Ryan Tannehill comments. And, I've got my opinions on this, Q, but definitely want to hear your opinions. Ryan Tannehill, the quarterback of the Tennessee Titans, Q, says he wasn't brought in to mentor any poop butt rookies that want his job. He said that he's focused on being the starter, Q. So what's your opinion on this, man? As a quarterback of an NFL organization, is it kind of his job to also mentor someone that may be a play away? Or in your opinion, is it, hey, every man fend for himself?
I mean, you know what, Coach T, it really depends on the player. I mean, if you want to go back historically, Brett Favre and Aaron didn't get along at all. Brett Favre really didn't give him a lot of sauce. So that relationship was sour. It's the same thing with Joe Montana and Steve Young. He ended up obviously taking over after Montana retired, but it was bad blood there.
Yeah.
It's the best man wins, and a lot of times in that situation, you usually get the best out of both guys versus just being an older veteran and just trying to take on that big brother role. Like, no, you're gonna have to come take the belt from him. That's not his job.
Great point. And right here, Jimmy Rucker, our good friend Jimmy Rucker, that comes by the show, says that, hey, he thinks Tannehill's scared. He said he thinks the young Malik Willis might be on his heels a little bit. So
he's got an arm on him. The situation, though, is Jimmy. See, he's got to learn that playbook and be able to go through those progressions. Everybody has a big arm in the league, but if you can't read, you can't stay.
Great point. Great point right there. So we are on to our next topic, you guys, and this is a big one because the HBCUs have been getting a lot of hype over the last year, and a lot of kids are starting to turn their attention to possibly considering historical Black colleges. And Q, I was surprised to see that four HBCU football players recently drafted by NFL teams. And this is huge, you guys. I mean, I went to the University of Colorado and we didn't have one. We didn't have one drafted. I don't know about Kansas where you went, Q, but the HBCUs are starting to be noticed. The year prior, no HBCU draft picks. Now, of course, that was a COVID year, but what's your opinion, Q, on the HBCU kids getting a shot? Do you think that this is something that's going to be an uptick, more of just a trend, a one-time thing, or an ongoing increasing deal?
No, it's definitely going to be an ongoing increasing deal. I'm surprised it wasn't more. So you remember the previous shows, Cole. Remember I told you when you saw the kid that was the 5-star and he
Yep.
made that decision. I told you he was going to set the tone in. So
Yep.
you draft after draft, you're going to see more and more kids, especially that along with these NIL deals. As long as a kid knows, hey, I got a good coaching staff that actually cares about me, I can get my shot and I can get some NIL money too. Hey, it's there. You're going to see it. You're going to see it more and more. I'm
And the
happy.
pro teams don't care. They just want the talent.
Yeah, they could care less. They could
Okay.
care less. Like I said, back when when Eddie Robinson was at Grambling, I told you that story. Like he used to have to run Tom Landry out of his practices. You see what I'm saying?
There's so
Dead
much
serious.
talent.
Yeah, for talent, absolutely. I talked with Coach Robinson. We played Notre Dame, years back, and man, he told me the story. Like I'm talking about Coach Landry used to be planted on Grambling's campus because he knew he had those horses. So it's gonna continue.
All right, you guys. So that's something a lot of student athletes watch this show. Football players, you high school, junior college kids, you kids that might be jumping in the portal, don't discount the HBCUs because
Absolutely.
these guys are about to get paid in the NFL and getting their shot. So that's big time news right there. And speaking of recruiting, you guys, you see the next thing on the ticker. So if this is your first time in the Locker Room Show, once again, I'm Coach Wood, that's Q the Guru, but we hit the topics that matter to you guys and we hit them hard and fast. Please feel free to share any of your opinions or comments in the comment section. But this is one, Q, that I was very interested, man, on your opinion because, the recruiting services weren't as big and prevalent when we were coming out of high school. And now, it's a competitive game, especially with NIL coming into the game.
Right.
And, a lot of these schools are spending money to figure out which recruits they want. So should the recruits' parents, should the guardians of these recruits be spending money, Q, or looking for services, looking for help, in your opinion, to get their kid recruited?
Oh, absolutely. That's going to be a huge addition to the industry that's going to be ongoing. Again, ever since this NIL situation popped up, you're going to see that. You're going to need, which Coach, you and I have had, conversations. You're going to start seeing high school kids, college kids. They're going to need agents early.
Yes.
So they're going to need recruiting services and they're going to need agents early because
and
these
LLCs.
LLCs, right? We said that because they're making money. You're gonna need an agent. You're gonna need someone that to help you with these deals and actually be able to possibly get you bigger deals. So yeah. That's
now
coming for sure.
and reason being, you guys, and before you go pro also has a recruiting service, but whether you were to work with us or somebody else, the bottom line is you can do it yourself. You can fully do it yourself. And if you're a 4 or 5 star recruit, you might not need any help getting a college coach to come to your house. But at the end of the day, this game changes fast. And I've been in the game a long time, even have been recruited myself personally. The game is totally different from a year-to-year basis. So that's pretty big, Q, right there. Now we are on to our next topic, you guys, and this is something that was interested in. This kind of manifested from the draft.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that's kind of been going along. Q, you know football. This
but nothing new.
From time
it's not
to
new.
time, whether it's a track guy, basketball. But right here, Q, we got young Marcus Santos Silva, and I've watched a young man play basketball, kind of a poor man's Charles Barkley. And he is a Texas Tech basketball player, just finished up his career, Q. And lo and behold, man, the Browns gave him a shot, gave him an undrafted free agent deal. I always like coming from a different perspective, with the locker room.
Yeah.
You played at the University of Kansas, plenty of ballers on the Kansas basketball team.
Sure.
Are you feeling a little jaded as a Kansas DB if you've worked so hard to get to the league and now the Chargers pick up the point guard that hasn't played since high school? What's your thoughts on the basketball player getting the pro shot?
Well, you know what? Actually, Coach, you see one thing that's usually a little bit more common. Be it that you and myself played DB, it's a little bit technically and physically it's a little bit different for someone really to make that transition. But
Yes.
what you do see a lot is you see receivers and tight ends, because a lot of times a scout is seeing a big athletic body that can go up and get the ball.
Good point.
So that's why. And again, you got Tony Gonzalez was a hooper.
Yep.
Julius Peppers was a hooper, serious
Antonio
hooper.
Gates.
Antonio Gates was actually just like this kid, who played no football, and look what he ended up being. So that's what they're seeing as a big, tough, athletic body. He has a platform, a foundation that we can build him maybe into what we need him to be. I mean, you look at him, you can throw him in the red zone. The dude's gonna go up and make a play. Yeah, he'll go up and make a play in the red zone. Why wouldn't you give him a shot? Why not?
That's a great point. That's a great point. And they have nothing to lose with an undrafted free agent shot, you guys. They're really not promised much money. They're going to give them a few $1,000s and see if it pans out. Now, I know maybe some of the tight ends at Texas Tech, Big 12 are feeling a certain way, but hey, that's how the game works, man.
And he might stick. I tell you what, he just might make the squad. Like I said, I mean, you'd be surprised because, I mean, let's be honest, these NFL teams, they like projects like that.
Great point.
They like those projects.
They get all the credit, whoever that's
right, exactly. And it tests you as a coach. Like, can I make this kid a legitimate player?
Great point. Great point. And for some of you guys that might be hoopers out there, usually it happens with the tight ends. They try to convert you to a tight end.
And the receiver.
You're forward in basketball, or maybe a receiver, or maybe a DN. So that's usually the transition that we see. Speaking of transition, we are on to our next topic. And this one kind of shook up the college football world for a couple days there, Q. Man, it's all about the money right now in college football. That's why you guys better tune into the Locker Room Show. Jordan Addison, star wide receiver at the University of Pittsburgh, Biletnikoff winner. So he was the #1 wide receiver in the country. He's chunking the deuces to Pitt. And, of course, his quarterback left to the NFL, Pickett. But he's saying, hey, I got people calling me, Q, talking about I could get $2 million if I go out west to USC or maybe down south to Texas. So this brings up a good point, man. Do we ever see any more mid-level superstars, Q? I mean, think of back in our day, right before us, you got the Marshall Faulks. Around our time, a big quarterback, Byron Leftwich at Marshall. Randy Moss was a little different because he was at Florida State first. But these kids are going, man, to the schools that can get them paid. It's about 5-6 schools that can really get you paid. Do we see any mid-level superstars, in your opinion, anymore?
You know what? We're gravitating more towards not really, Coach, because again, all the kids are doing is playing the same game that the coaches are. That's all they're doing. It's bigger and better opportunity, bigger and better profit. It's just that we're just starting to see it now after all of these years. I mean, you got to think about it. Some of these household names that we grew up watching, they might not have finished up at the school that they were at if they, like, what if Desmond Howard left Michigan and ended up going to SC or going somewhere else so it would have been happening then. Rocket Ishmael might have left Notre Dame for the right price. You see what I mean? So, I mean, it's just that the times have changed. That's why you see that, the guy over NCAA, it was stepping down because he's seeing a changing of the guard. Free labor's over, folks. You got to pay these kids.
You got to pay these kids.
You got to pay them.
People might not like it, and it is kind of throwing college football in turmoil, major college basketball, and a little bit of turmoil. You're seeing these kids bounce. But, think about it, you guys. For years, I could be a gymnast, and maybe I couldn't be in college, but I could go Olympic, I can go pro and get paid. These guys couldn't get paid, and they had to go through college to go pro in football. So,
absolutely. Hey, man, get your money. Get your
Hey,
money.
you ready to have a couple more kids? Where's Rose next DB?
Oh no, we shutting it all the way down. We shutting
It's
it
shut down.
down. You
It's shut
cancel
down.
Christmas on that one.
I heard
Maybe
that.
you, coach. Maybe you. No, I'm throwing my hat in.
I'm done. I got four. You guys know I'm done who know me. But if you don't know, you got to know about the lightning round, which is our next segment. And this is actually a fan favorite of the locker room show, the lightning round, for those who are just joining us. And Jimmy says free market. No doubt, Jimmy, you're right.
Oh yeah,
It is a
Jimmy.
free market.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? Another thing, you guys, everybody's on the market. That's what happened with this kid. Everybody, coach, you think you the man because your kid's at Clemson or because you coach at Notre Dame, like Q said, your kids are on the market too for the
Yeah.
right price.
Everything's for sale. That's
Yep.
business.
Yep.
Everything's for sale. I don't know what to tell you.
Everything is for sale. But we are on, you guys, to the lightning round. And for those who are joining us for the very first time, the lightning round is where it goes down. This is where we have, to a certain extent, our word association game for Before You Go Pro in the Locker Room show. This is where whoever our guest has 60 seconds, y'all, 60 seconds to get through as many questions, as many people, topics, whatever we bring up to them. Is going to be mostly pertaining to football, but whatever we bring up to them, they got 60 seconds to get through as many as they can. And our locker room record, correct me if I'm wrong, is 10, right?
Yep, that's the number.
Okay,
Still
10 is the number, y'all.
Still
10 is the number to beat. If anybody beats 10 before we hit the football season, which is right around the corner, then they get a special gift on the locker room show, which is a night on us, hotel, dinner for two. We doing it live. Hopefully you got somebody you can bring. Right now, our very own Q is in the running because he's got 9 and he's got the most cracks at this thing. So hopefully he wins it because I can send him somewhere cheaper than I can send somewhere somebody else. So Q, you are our host for tonight. You ready to go with the locker room show?
Let's go and break the huddle.
All right. So we're on the lightning round, you guys. Let me get my stopwatch ready. And I know we got some audience members that are down with us and ride with us every week. So you guys know what the lightning round is all about. And I'm not going to cheat, Q. We're going to wait till we say the first topic. I think we got a good list here today. And we are about to get going. So I got the stopwatch here ready to go. And you guys see, I'm not starting it until I say Jason Taylor, Miami Dolphins.
I got him in my top 10 DNs of all time. Awesome pass rush.
Frank Gore, 49ers, now with the Colts.
Longevity, but glad he finally shut it down.
Former DB, Chris McAllister.
Man, lackluster career, man. Big, strong DB, but didn't really get done what we expected.
You need 5 yards. You're going Bettis or Marshawn Lynch?
Oh, I'm going Bettis, the bus.
Bus. Steve Mariucci, former coach.
Good manager of talent.
Best player ever from Kansas.
Gale Sayers. Easy question. Hands down.
Best birthday cake flavor that
lemon cake.
Lemon cake.
Lemon cake.
Hardest you've ever been hit.
Oh man, Texas A&M. Oh geez, man, I can't remember. Yeah, Texas.
Time.
Oh, Jamar Toombs. It was Jamar Toombs. Yeah, Jamar Toombs from Texas A&M. I remember that.
Just the last name. Put you in the tomb.
Oh my God, man. 255 and running. Oh God.
Yeah, I already know who you're talking about. So let's see how many Q got through for the lightning round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with the hardest hit. So, and I mixed it up on you, so that was a little bit harder where you had to think a couple times. You got the lemon cake. I could kind of feel you on the lemon cake.
Don't sleep on the lemon cake. Lemon cake, lemon icing, baby. Trey, you thank me later. I'm telling you.
It's keeping you young. It's keeping you
I'm
young,
telling
brother.
you.
And then best player ever. That was a slam dunk with the Gale Sayers. Probably could have played a few other sports professionally.
Oh yeah.
And then you're going with the bus over Marshawn, huh?
Man, a bus, man. He's like, yeah, man.
A lot of people
Dude,
might
young,
okay.
young Bettis. Man, look, you could have 15 people in the box. He gonna
5
get
yards.
5
You need
yards.
5.
It doesn't matter, dude.
He's gonna get it
He
for
gonna
you.
get 5.
And then you
He'll get
said
5.
JT, Jason Taylor, top 5, huh? DNs
Well,
all time.
I got him top 10. I got him
Top 10.
top 10,
Okay.
man. You know, got Julius Peppers and a couple other guys on there. But
There's
yeah,
some
dude.
bad DNs, man. I mean,
Yeah, man. And they
that's it.
you gotta think T and they were all in the league at the same time, man.
Yeah, man. And I mean, you if the longevity is there, you might put 2 from the same family at the end of the day with the Bosa brothers at
Yeah, yeah.
the end of this thing.
Yeah,
So
because you gotta think you had what, coach? You had Jason Taylor,
yeah,
you had him, Peppers, and you had Javon Curse in the league too, all at the same time.
good point. Good
Yeah,
point.
man. So, I mean, dude, there's some killers out there for sure.
Yeah, man. No doubt right there. And for those that are joining us and getting their first taste of the lightning round, that's what it's all about. You guys see it ain't no joke. You got to be on top of your rocker to make sure you get as many as possible. So this is the last portion of the show, you guys. And thank you for joining us tonight. We come every week live. This is live Thursdays. 5:30 a.m. Pacific, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Got any comments, any questions, put them in the chat. We'll knock them out. But this one's a big one, Q, because I don't think a lot of kids really think sometimes about the competition they're facing, you know, and it is a business. It is a business. And sometimes you got to say, forget it. I'm going to go compete. But other times you got to do the math, right? You know, sometimes you do got. I don't think there's any full forecasting in football, but you got to do a little bit. You got to check the weather.
Right.
Had a parent ask me, his son just got a scholarship offer, Pac-12 school.
Okay.
Son is excited, of course, but the dad is like, I think he's more of a Mountain West type guy, you know. Where he can get on the field early.
I understand.
You know, and he's trying to be honest. And the dad played a little ball.
Right.
What's your opinion on that, man? Do you think that guys should just, I know Pete Carroll, when he was at USC, kept a bunch of backs. If you got a young son, are you really checking that out as far as the depth chart? Are you saying, hey, make it happen?
That's a good question, Coach. You got to I mean, that's what football is, man. Football is about, man, about this quote unquote making a man out of you, giving you resiliency. That's what kind of sets this sport aside from all the rest. So then the kid gets an offer. Obviously, the coaches, you know, whatever school in Pac-12, and I'm sure other Pac-12 schools, because that school stepped forward, will start to bite. Man, he's got to go in there and scrap. He's got to go in there and scrap, man. If he has the ability to do that,
you know, for the bigger.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't you know, just run off to the Mountain West because you know the dad feels like that's a weaker conference. Hey, if that's where he wants to go, let him get in there and fight for it. Again, you know, you do have the portal, you know, as options, but initially, let him get in there and fight to be that number one guy.
True. Good point. Good point. Yeah,
you don't settle for less.
Yeah, and it is different with the portal. You don't have to sit out like we had to, you know.
Yeah. So
if you know, you can always go down. You know, it's a little bit.
If you need to, you can make it. The portal is supposed to be originally to just make it a better situation for kids to be able to play somewhere where they're not, you know, they're not getting clocked and really should be because they're, you know, they're talented enough and maybe their team is just too loaded or whatever the case may be. It's kind of being misused or whatnot. But for a kid like that, nah, absolutely not. Use the portal as a backup plan, but go where you're gonna go, man, and fight it out.
Good point. How much are you putting on the actual degree value nowadays, Q? Are you putting maybe building network above that, or are you maybe even telling your kid, he's at Notre Dame, he's saying, Dad, I got to hit the portal, they're doing me wrong on the depth chart. Are you saying, that's a Notre Dame degree? Or are you saying, hey, you got to go while the window's open?
Well, I mean, it really kind of depends on what your major is. Assuming that you have a major, um, obviously we're still about education, coach. Let's be honest. But if we're talking about just football, man, these kids are going to school. They want to play, man.
Yeah.
Like wherever you go, you're gonna get your degree, but you
Yeah.
want to play. If you want to play and you're not getting an opportunity to play, that's what the purpose again of the portal is supposed to be. To give kids opportunity to get somewhere else where they can ball.
They're going to start putting some stipulations on the portal too,
Yeah,
and
they are. Because it is getting misused in some. It is. It is.
misuse, you know.
Because you got the 4 and the 5-star kids are the ones that are misusing it. It's not the 2 and 3-star kids that are misusing it. It's the top dogs that want that want that money, and that they're the ones that are really misusing it. So
$2
yeah.
million. If Addison is your son, are you telling him, son, pack your bags? Or are you saying stay loyal to Pitt?
Nah, we gotta go. We gotta get on up out here. Again, because you gotta think, if Pitt's coach, and I don't recall the name of their coach, but that's just like Pitt's coach getting a call from
Narduzzi.
yeah.
And a matter of fact, there's reports he was calling USC's coach not too happy.
Hey, I'm telling you. But you gotta think about it. Coach, look at it like this. If Pitt's coach right now
Yeah.
is complaining about his top dog receiver leaving for that amount of money, but if that same coach got a call from Georgia or got a call from LSU, he'd be gone by sunrise.
To coach their team. Yeah, good point. Good point. There you go. There you go.
He
So
would
you
be
guys
gone
know.
by sunrise. And it's almost 8:00 here in Houston, and he'd be gone by sunrise.
Baby, pack your bags.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. So,
Gone.
hey,
So,
it's business, you guys.
it's
And that's
business.
part of the reason why we have this show.
Exactly.
And hopefully you guys enjoyed tonight's show. We hit the topics hard. You see the Tannehill, the HBCU players getting love. And then we're coming to these NIL guys getting major money.
Major money.
You guys got to wake up. You got to wake up. If you keep your nose clean, do the right things off the field, you making moves on the field with your coach, this could be you. This could be you making money or getting that scholarship off.
Absolutely.
I see we got a comment over here. And Jimmy says degree shows you can be trained. Oh, okay. Well,
True,
yeah.
true,
And,
true. One more thing I wanted to add to, for everyone, that's listening on the show tonight. Listen, I tell kids all the time, I want to touch back on the previous subject, coach, that I see that are hoopers. Listen, guys, listen. If you love the hoop, I'm sounding like Suge. Like if you come to death row, you know what I'm saying? But no, seriously. But if you love the hoop, and that's great. But when you're looking at scholarships, it's only coach, 12 guys on the team. You play football, you have a bigger opportunity. So listen, you guys that are power forwards, your guys that are hooping, your guards that are athletic. Don't rule out football, man.
Yeah.
You take a good look at these previous guys that hoop, man.
Especially if you have previous experience.
Especially
little in high school.
Because you got to remember, LeBron could ball on the gridiron, folks.
Good point.
LeBron could ball. Allen Iverson was a football player.
Good point.
You guys need to understand that. So I'm not knocking hoopers. I don't want all the hoopers listening to get mad at me, but it's less numbers for you to get a scholarship. But I guarantee if you're a 3 and you 6'6", somebody will put a helmet on your head to go catch a fade, baby.
Yeah, definitely. And
dead serious.
And we're all about having on guests. So, we'll try to work to bring maybe this young man on or someone in his situation.
For
maybe
sure.
A cat who's already on the practice squad, Q, that used to play another sport, because you guys need to know all the angles. And maybe these guys took a fast track somehow to get that type of opportunity. So hopefully you guys enjoyed tonight's show. I know you did. You guys learned a lot. And please, if you value what we are providing as far as content, as far as perspective, insight for you guys, share the show. share the link, especially if you know any football players, parents, or coaches. This should be right up their alley. We want to help build a culture where people are gamed up and they know the business of what they're getting into. So subscribe to our channel. You guys will get all the notifications. You'll know when all the shows are going live. You'll get the reruns, the whole 9 yards, and you'll be set to go so we can get you guys ready for the upcoming football season. We're only talking about 4 months away. For some of you guys that are playing major college ball, pro ball, maybe about 3.5 months away.
Yeah,
So
it's
it's getting
coming.
real quick. So Q, before we sign off, you want to say anything to the crew?
You know what? Hey, everyone that's riding with us from week to week, definitely let them know about the show. Hit the button. Let's get this algorithm going, and we'll definitely have a great show. We got a great guest coming on next week, so you definitely want to show it. We don't want to give it away, but you bring your popcorn with you for sure.
All we'll say is we're going to give you all angles of the business, baby. We're going to give you all angles of the business. So we will see you guys next week. Have an amazing Friday, tomorrow, and a great weekend. I'm signing off, Coach T. Wood, and that is Q, the guru. We'll see you.